What up, world? Welcome to another episode of the Brandon Janeau Show. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always on all podcast platforms that are where Brandon Janeau Show. Social media platforms, Instagram, Threads, Brandon Janeau, Facebook, The Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. Um, Go follow me on all those social media platforms. Comment, you about post something, do all that, man. So yeah, yeah. And but where you can go is my YouTube channel, Brian Janu Show. YouTube channel, Brian Janu Show. Go uh subscribe, comment, helps in algorithms if you pick it up. So yes, man. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode, man. Tonight it is life and times of music. Like I said, I've been doing these 90s, you know, episodes. It's been fun. I've enjoyed doing these. I've been getting some feedback on TikTok when I posted the lists and everything. So it's pretty cool. I pretty so shout out to everybody that's been, you know, liking liking the things. I've been getting some comments. People like, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. Well, this one's gonna be a very hard one too. One thing about the '90s, musically, was rap, hip hop. R&B was one, but like I always say, hip hop was just as great. Um, in the '90s, man. I know people, young kids are like, "Oh, we done with the '90s." All right, nigga, that's you. Nigga, that's you. I'm not done with the '90s. The '90s, I grew up on the '90s, early 2000s, which that's coming soon. I will be going to the 2000s eventually. Hopefully by mid May, early June, or early June. But I got a lot of '90s episodes I got to do before I get there. But yeah, let's get into it, man. But tonight, like I said, I'm doing hip hop, rap artists of the '90s. This is my top 10 list. My top 10 list of the '90s. Now, some people are gonna be a little bit in their feelings because they grew up on certain rappers, and I probably didn't. But the beauty of music is that it's subjective. Who you think is the best might not be who I think is the best. And who you think and who I think might be the best might not be who you think is the best. And that's cool. So, like always, man, I start off at 10, go all the way up to 1. Let's do this. Starting out the list at number 10. So this one was a hard one for me at 10 because like I said, it's a bunch of people that I could have put on this list at at this 10 spot and have people say, well, you put this person on the list at 10. Yes, but for me, at number 10 is Juvenile. I have Juvenile at number 10. Yes. He's not high on the list, but he is at number 10. I feel like Juvenile at number 10. I don't think people realize and remember how fucking massive Juvenile was in the '90s. Like especially at the late '90s, like '97, '98. Like, bro, like 400 Degrees album was one of the biggest fucking albums in the '90s. Like people don't remember how big Juvenile was. Then on top of that, to be in Cash Money with the Big Times and the High Boys with Wayne, B.G, Turk. Yo, like Juvenile literally was the label at one point. Like people don't remember that shit. Like people truly forget that Juvenile was literally the fucking label. Like he was literally Cash Money. Like people don't remember how big that dude was. Like Juvenile had massive appeal when he first dropped off. And then, of course, Back That Ass Up dropped. Like I said, the 400 Degrees album was legendary. Back That Ass Up. You had, um, uh-huh. You had, what else on that damn album? 400 Degrees, the song, which has now been, remade, by Eastside G, Lil Baby and Rodriguez and all of them. Like bro, like Juvenile at one point was Cash Money. Like people don't remember this shit. Like as much as we love Wayne now, that was a point in time where the only person you probably really knew off of Cash Money was Juvenile. Like, bro, Juvie was that nigga, bro. Like, y'all don't like people don't remember. Juvie was that fucking dude. So yes, now a lot of people probably say, what about this person? What about that person? But for me, Juvenile in 90 started off with Soldier Rag, but then bro, Juvenile was everywhere. Juvenile even was on Jay Z's album in '99. Like, bro, Juvenile was every fucking where, dude. Like, Juvie was that nigga, bro. Like, but yeah, Juvenile is at number 10 to kick off this list. And number 9, Snoop D-O-G. Snoop is at number 9. Um, I have said numerous times why I have Snoop at a very high regard compared to probably a lot of people. Snoop literally is the reason for why hip hop is mainstream. He is. He's the reason for why hip hop is mainstream. People do not understand how big Snoop was in the fucking 90's, bro. Like Snoop was the embodiment of the 90's, like of 90's hip hop, especially like you don't remember like there's been tons and tons and tons of articles of people saying, if it wasn't for Snoop, Pac would have never signed to Death Row. Like Snoop was that guy. Like Snoop was that dude. Like yo, you gotta realize like when Death Row became a label, it was it was Dre, it was Suge Knight, and it was and it was Snoop. Like that was the three. Yo, Dr. Dre entrusted Snoop with the Chronic album. Like he wrote most of that fucking album for Dre. Like, bro, like y'all, people don't understand like how fucking massive Snoop was. Snoop was that dude, bro. Like, I got Snoop at a higher regard, like I said, than a lot of motherfuckers. I think Snoop is one of the greatest. I hate to say he's not a mascot. He's not a mascot for hip hop, but he is definitely the one thing in hip hop that you remember. He is the if I had to say what made hip hop massive, mainstream, in that really made hip hop mainstream, if we had like do like a Mount Rushmore of mainstream rappers that like crossed over hip hop, Snoop is on that fucking Mount Rushmore. It's not even close. Like Snoop is on that Mount Rushmore. Snoop is still to this day successful. His career started in the fucking 90's. Snoop is on the fucking Voice as a judge. I don't even know if Snoop can really sing. Does anybody know if Snoop can really actually physically sing? This man's a fucking judge on The Voice. Like, yo, Snoop is different. Snoop has had a long career, and then you think about the Chronic album, Doggy Style, the out, bro. Like Snoop is a fucking institution, bro. Like, yeah, Snoop in the '90's, bro, was unfucking touchable. You gotta be crazy. And then of course, he went to No Limit, Cash Money. I mean, No Limit, and teamed up with Master P, and he got some songs off in there. So like, bro, like, yeah, man, Snoop was different. Snoop was different, bro. At number 8, Busta Rhymes. Yes, Busta Rhymes is at number 8. Now, some people remember Busta Rhymes more so for his late 2000s, early 2010 runs, but Busta Rhymes that dude in the 90's. Like y'all, you got to realize the first time a lot of people heard Busta Rhymes, if you wasn't probably listening to Leaders of the New School when he first came out with that group, the first time you really probably heard Busta Rhymes was Scenario on A Tribe Called Quest. Now a lot of people gonna sit there and say A Tribe Called Quest should be on the list. Listen, Tribe Called Quest is not on my list, and I explain that later. But Busta Rhymes in the '90's was that fucking dude. Scenario, that verse on Scenario was crazy. His verse on Flavor in Your Ear, bro. It did not to mention what all the music he put out by himself. Um, Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. I thought him and Janet Jackson song came out in the early 2000s. That shit came out in '99, like '98, '99. I thought that shit came out like 2000. That shit came out in 98, 99. The song that him and Janet Jackson got, like that shit came out in the 90 in the 90s. I'm like, that shit came out in the 90s, bro. Like, yo, that that song, yo, Busta Rhymes was that fucking dude. The features that he had in the 90s, the music he actually put out there in the 90s, bro. Like that dude was goated in the 90s. Now the 2000s runs and the 2010 runs really just made it abundantly fucking clear like how great he was. But that 90s run is what started it. So Busta Rhymes in the 90s definitely. His music videos too was outrageous. Like crazy, man. Um yeah, man. Busta Rhymes is on this list. Number 7, Outkast. Outkast. Yep. I'm gonna say this right here, right now. Outkast is the only group that I have from the '90s on this list. So no Tribe Called Quest, no Wu Tang. I know a lot of people are gonna be furious. Wu Tang not on this list. No Wu Tang. No Ghetto Boys. Who else was out in the '90s? I can't fucking remember. Mob Deep. No EPMD. No Outkast. If you're from the South, no A Ball MJG. No UGK. Um, Outkast. Outkast did most of that damage in the '90s. Now I won't say they didn't kill in the 2000s. Oh no, no, no. They absolutely killed in the 2000s. But Outkast in the '90s, you dropped Southern Player Cadillac music. That was their first album. They came out in '94. All the classics off that fucking album. You got what? Get Up, Get Out. You had Players Ball. Like, bro, you had some fucking classics off that first album by Outkast. Not to mention AT Aliens. You had a Quimini that came out all in the '90s. Like, bro, like Outkast was the fucking shit, bro. Like, bro, like, yeah, like Outkast was the shit. Are you kidding me? They are the reason for why I think the South became so dominant in the '90s. Like, one of the reasons for why the South became one of the most dominant regions in hip hop is because of Outkast. They kicked it off. Yeah, you had your Cash Monies. Yeah, you had your Rap A Lots. Yeah, you had your No Limits. Yeah, you had them. But Outkast, you had Two Live Crew, and then all them in Miami and the bass sound in Miami and all that. And then of course 8 Ball MJG and 3 6 Mafia and all them. But Outkast was the ones that really just kicked it into another stratosphere for Atlanta, for the South. And yeah, Outkast, man. Outkast is highly regarded as one of the greatest rap groups of all time, rap duos, groups, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They're regarded as one of the greatest for a fucking reason. Three Stacks is on everybody's list for a reason as one of the greatest rappers. Now, I kind of always say I don't like the fact that Three Stacks gets all of the credit. Like Big Boy was just some fucking dude that was just in a studio with him. Like it's Eric B and Rakim. Like no, nigga, Rakim was the one that was rapping. Like what the like Rakim was the one that was actually rapping. I don't know why Eric B name came first. What the fuck? Like why is Eric B name first? Like Rakim is actually the nigga that's actually rapping. Like what is we doing? What are we what like Public Enemy? That's why they made it Public Enemy. Like it was because they said Flavor Flav and Chuck D, it'd be like, nigga, what the fuck? Like this nigga's a hype man. What are we talking? Like, I don't understand why Outkast, why people just give it to Three Stacks and act like Big Boy just is some illiterate ass nigga. Like he can't rap. Like Big Boy can rap his ass off. Like what are y'all talking about? That's like when I hear people talk about UGK and it's like it's just Pimp C. No, Bun B could fucking rap, nigga. Like what are we talking about? Like I don't like that shit. I talked about this when I did the artist breakdown for Outkast. I don't like the fact that people sit there and pretend like Big Boy can't fucking rap. Like it's just like no, it's out. It's Three Stacks and then there's nobody. It's like what the fuck? Like yo, Big Boy can fucking go, bro. Like what are we doing? Yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all, and I always will say that. I just do not like that shit. I don't like it, and yeah, people need to stop doing that. people need people need to stop doing that. People need to stop doing that shit. Please stop doing that shit. Um, But yeah, Outkast is at number 7 on this list. At number 6, speaking of only, Outkast is the only group on the list. This woman is the only female on this list. Number 6, it is Mr. Mina Elliott. Missy Elliott is at number 6. Now, a lot of people will sit there and say, why is Missy on this list and not Lil Kim or Foxy Brown, Eve, Trina, Left Eye? Why is Missy on the list? Because Missy, I feel like, had more of an impact you see today. Not saying Lil Kim's influence isn't seen today because you have a lot of female rappers that have moved like a Lil Kim. That's not what I'm saying. But I think when you look at the ability of a musician and an artist, Missy Elliott is one of the greats to ever do it. You gotta realize Missy Elliott was writing songs for fucking people. She was producing songs for fucking people. Like, bro, she is one of the only rappers in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Like Missy pin game is fucking ridiculous. Her pin game is crazy. You think about the 2000s, you think about Missy, but Missy in the 90's was fucking great. Like, bro, like that Super Duper Fly album is still goated. What are you talking about? Like, bro, like that Missy was the goat. I don't even fuck with nobody say, man. Like I say, I hold her to a different standard than a lot of fucking people because I grew up on Missy. So I grew up on Missy. You know, of course, like I said, when I did the R&B with Aaliyah, like Aaliyah, what she got with Timbaland and Missy, it was just a different type of music that she had. Missy was a part of the Timbaland, Genuine, Aaliyah, like team. And then like I said, she wrote songs for SWV, bro, like Destiny's Child. Like, bro, Missy wrote pinned some songs, bro. Like Missy was different as just a rapper. Like she was a fucking real ass artist. Like she can rap her ass off and also sing and like, bro, Missy was different, bro. Like y'all don't give Missy her flowers like I like y'all should. Missy was one of the reasons for why female hip hop is where it's at today. Like I know y'all say Lil Kim, but it's more. I think it's more so Missy. Missy actually is more so the reason for why female hip hop is where it's at today because you actually listen to what Missy was saying. Like Missy was killing shit, bro. Like this woman debuted her first video ever was in a trash bag, bro. Missy's goaded. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Missy's on this list. Missy's on this list. All right, let me recap before I go to the top five. And number 10, Juvenile. And number 9, Snoop. And number 8, Busta Rhymes. And number 7, Outkast. And number 6, Missy Elliott. Number 5, I can feel the controversy kicking in right now. I can feel the controversy kicking in right now. Because at number 5 is Jay Z. Jay Z is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I will easily tell y'all this. Jay Z is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I don't understand the people on social media. I get it. Social media lives in a bubble. I get it. People on social media lives in a bubble. I get that. The reason why Jay Z is not in the top 3 of the 90's. I don't think he had the dominant run in the 90's like the other 4 men I have on my list. Like he did not have that dominant ass run like them. I think his run in the 90's kind of came off of he dropped great music. Don't get it twisted now. I mean, Reasonable Doubt is one of the greatest debut albums of all time. I mean, Reasonable Doubt is one of the greatest debut albums of all time. You had In My Lifetime, Volume 1, 2, and 3 drop all in the 90's. Like, he had hit records in the 90's. Hard Not Life. You had, Can't Stop the Hustle with him and Mary J off the first album. Can I Live is one of my favorite fucking songs, rap songs of all time. Um, what else? Yeah, Jay had some hits in the 90's, bro. Big Pimpin' came out in the 90's. People don't remember that. Big Pimpin' came out in the 90's with UGK. Like, bro, like, yeah, man. Hove had some fucking bangers. Money Ain't a Thing with him and JD came out in the 90's. Where I'm From came out in the 90's. Um, Imaginary Players came out in the 90's. Like, bro, like Hov was that nigga, bro. Don't get it twisted. But I just feel like his impact wasn't truly felt until like the 2000s. That's why he's not higher on this list. I feel like his impact wasn't truly felt until the 2000s. Until the 2000s, we didn't know how really goated Hove really was. I feel like in the 2000s, that's where he really hit his apex of like, nah, this dude can fucking rap. Like this is different. But in the 90's, I feel like he still got his just due. I don't think a lot of people will sit there and pretend like Hove never got his just due. I just feel like where Hove's greatness kicked in is really in the 2000s. A lot of his peers kind of fell to the wayside. A lot of people kind of wasn't rapping as heavy as he was, doing what he was doing. I mean, Jay dropped his first album in '96. He didn't stop making albums until '03 with the Black Album. I mean, the man dropped an album every fucking year. Every fucking year he had an album out. That's fucking crazy. From '96 to '03, this man didn't have '04 because I think he dropped like the best of both worlds in '04 too. But which was the second one with him and R. Kelly. But this man didn't drop an album. This man dropped music, an album for what is that? 7 years consecutively? He always had an album? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah. But Hov is five. Hov is five. I feel like he just really didn't hit his peak until the 2000s. That's when he really just took over and became that fucking dude. But yeah. Number four. Speaking of somebody that started late in the 90's, but when he got going, it was just like, yeah, I cannot argue this shit. DMX. DMX dropped two albums. Two. DMX dropped two albums in '98. Man dropped two albums in '98, and both albums were legendary. 6 months of each other, by the way. He dropped dropped two albums in 6 months of each other. Both were number one, and both were goaded. Yeah, and then he dropped in '99. He dropped what? Party Up in '99. What these bitches want from a nigga. That was the third album he dropped in the '90's. You got to realize he dropped the Rough Riders anthem, Highs Going Down, Slipping. Bro, this man dropped so much fucking music in the '90's, into the late '90's, bro. It's ridiculous. X Impact was felt immediately. Like you felt it. You knew who he was. Like, God damn, this. But like I said all the time when I talk about the Rough Riders anthem video, the moment I saw that video, I was like, yeah, this dude different. And then you got to realize the features he had in the '90's. So this man did features for LL Cool J 4321, which created the beef with LL Cool J and Cannabis, which is still the funniest fucking beef. I saw it on TikTok, and dudes like, I can't believe this shit really started over a fucking tattoo. Yes, it started. That beef started over Cannabis asking to borrow the tattoo on LL Cool J's arm. Yeah, that's actually how that beef started. That's a stupid way to start the beef, but LL Cool J took it and ran with it. He wanted a beef, I guess. I don't fucking know. But he did that verse. He did Money, Power, Respect. People forget DMX did a verse for Money, Power, Respect. He did a verse for Onyx. This man did a bunch of fucking verses. Him and Hove did a couple of songs in the '90's. Niggas be starting something with him, the Locks, and Mace. Like, bro, like, come on, bro. X was different. X was different, bro. '90's DMX, bro. Nah. You young me, bro. Yeah, nigga was different. Nigga was different, bro. Rest in peace to the goat DMX, man. But yeah, X is definitely on this goddamn list. Are you kidding me? Number three. Nasty, Nas, Esco. Nas is at number three. This man dropped one of the greatest debut albums of all time in Illmatic, still to this day regarded as possibly one of the greatest rap albums of all time. I'm 31. He dropped that album in April of 94. So that tells you a lot. But then you look at what he dropped also. It was written in the 90s. What else was dropped in the 90s? It was written. Fuck, what else? What was the other album he dropped in the 90s? Illmatic. Uh, I Am dropped in the 90s. Look at the songs he was on also in the 90s. Like, look at the artists he worked with in the 90s. Lauryn Hill and him. If I Ruled the World came out in the 90s, one of my favorite songs of all time. Like I said, Illmatic with The World Is Yours and Represent, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Nas is one of the greatest rappers of all time. The 90s is one of the reasons for why. He just fucking killed in the 90s, man. I will say this. Some of these people you may see in the 2000s list. So, yeah. Number two, Tupac. Tupac is number two on this list. The reason why Pac is two. Pac put out a lot of music in the 90s. A lot of music. I Get Around. Dear Mama. Um, I Ain't Mad at You. Changes. How You Want It. Uh, fuck. Hit 'em Up. Fuck that nigga music. Lord have mercy. That nigga has some music. Lord have mercy. But yeah, man, Pac in the 90s was goaded. I love Pac as a music artist. Music. Love Pac as an artist. Love Pac as a musician. I don't know what I was just talking about. Love Pac as an artist and as a musician. One of my favorite rappers of all time. I didn't appreciate Pac's music until I got older. You know what I mean? Like I didn't appreciate his music until I got older. But Pac is one of the greatest to ever do it. Pac as an artist was goaded. But number one is my favorite rapper of all time. He just so happened to be in the same era, same time period, same decade, and that's Biggie Smalls. Biggie's number one on my list. From Bullshit and Party to his verse on Flavor in Your Ear remix to Ready to Die to Life After Death. Even his verses on 112 to his verse on Hole's first album, Reasonable Doubt. Uh, his verse on Total song, like, bro, Biggie was different. The man did a song with Shaq. This man did a verse with Shaq. Like, come on, bro. Like, we come on, bro. Come on, man. No, man. Biggie could rap his ass off, bro. Biggie is one of my favorite rappers of all time. The man is one of the greats. He's a legend, an icon, man. And it would be wrong for me to not have Biggie on this list, man. Biggie's number one to me. Now, a lot of people sit there and say it's Pac. A lot of people say Pac is their number one, and I get it. Uh, but to me, Biggie is my number one. I think Biggie as a lyricist was just better than Pac. Not saying Pac couldn't rap. And I think that's also a dumbass thing I always hear people say is Pac wasn't a lyrical rapper. No, Pac can fucking rap, bro. Like I think just Pac's lyrics didn't connect with you until you got older. Biggie lyrics were just boom, right there. Like you knew. You know, who didn't have a Super Nintendo as a kid? Sega Genesis. I did. So 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 here in Juicy, it was like, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man. Um, but Notorious B.I.G. is number one on my list. And as the '90s greatest rapper, as the '90s my '90s greatest rapper. So let me write the list down before I get off here. Number one, Biggie Smalls. Number two, Tupac. Number three, Nas. Number four, DMX. Number five, Jay Z. Number six, Missy Elliott. Number seven, Outkast. Number eight, Busta Rhymes. Number nine, Snoop Dogg. And number 10, Juvenile. That is it. That is it. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the '90s next. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the '90s next. I have not a clue. Not a clue. Um, might do albums. Yeah, might do albums. That might be next. I might have to do albums next. I don't think I've done them yet. Did I do a '90s? Just my '90s albums list? I don't think I have. So try to go back now, look at the pages that I've done these lists on. Hold on. Nope. All I keep seeing is songs. So yeah, I don't think I did a '90s albums list yet. So I will be doing a '90s albums list. Yeah, '90s albums list coming soon. So yeah, and I think that might be the end of the '90s. I might do that. Might be the last one I do albums '90s list, and then it's on to the 2000s for the artists and for music. But until then, I am Brandon Janu. Hope you guys enjoy this. Peace. Oh, go listen to that music on all musical platforms everywhere music is listened to. Till then, peace.